let's talk about writing a little bit. You might have noticed this poster I've got hung up behind me here. It says borrow a spark line. And this is really some good sentence starters for starting off your essays. And I know it's kind of hard to see hanging on my wall back here behind me, but I also have it for you in Otis. So in Otis, when you go there, in your lessons, I gave you a whole new lesson, and it's writing is what it's called. So in the writing lessons, there's all these different things that we're going to be doing. Today, we're doing the borrow a spark line lesson. So when you click on that, it'll bring up your poster, which is the same one that's behind me. So that way you'll have these sentence starters. Now, these sentence starters work great as hooks for essays. Remember we talked about it with our Dred Scott story, I think it was, how awesome the start was of that story and how important it is to have a good hook. Let me see, I'm going back to it real quick. It said, what was it? Oh yeah, on March 6, 1857, the United States Supreme Court made a decision that stunned the nation. Like, that is a good hook. That's like, oh, what was this decision? I gotta keep reading. Why did it stun the nation? What was it about? A hook is something that's gonna make your reader keep reading. It's gonna hook them. It's gonna make them want to know more about what you're talking about. So it's really important to have good hooks in our writing, okay? Because I'll tell you, I struggle with reading. I do. From the time I was little, I've always struggled with reading. And one of my biggest struggles, well, I do a lot of rereading of things because I don't understand them always the first time. But also, it's really hard for me to find books that interest me. Because if I read really the first page and it's like, whatever, not really interested in it, I will usually put it down and try and find something else. I need something with a really good hook to get me and keep me going, okay? So hooks are really important in your writing too. So up here and on your paper here, there are 5 different spark lines. And the spark line is that hook. It's that line that's gonna help you light fire to your paper and make people want to keep reading it. And so now is the time for what? Like, if you continue that sentence, that would really make it engaging and make someone want to keep reading. I'm the person who, okay, they're going to want to keep reading, learn more about you. The wind blows a long time ago, and it used to be something, but now something else. So these are some spark lines. And what you're going to do today for writing is you're going to take all 5 of these spark lines and you're going to write what could be a sentence, well, 2 or 3 sentences, maybe a paragraph about the start of a story. So you're going to just do first hooks to stories to 5 different ones. You're not going to write the whole story, but just anywhere from like 2 sentences to a paragraph that starts with each one of these hooks, okay? And you're not typing this. This isn't being done electronically. You're doing it in that spiral notebook that you have that we've drawn our hearts in, that we've been doing our heart draft, flash draft writing in. You're gonna be doing this writing in that notebook. But you're gonna take that. Now is the time for, and you're gonna turn that into 2 or 3 sentences, maybe a paragraph. That could be the start of a story. Then once you have finished that one, you're gonna do, I'm the person who, and you're gonna write 2 to 3 sentences, maybe a paragraph, that would start a story that starts with that spark line, okay? Does that make sense?
Yes, kind of.
Yes, it does.
Yes.
Right? So again, you're doing these in your own writing. You're not doing them, they're not being typed, they're not being typed in Otis or in Google or any of that, okay? You need to do each of these 5 sparks and 2 to 3 sentences at least for each spark line, okay? You can do more if you want to come up with your own spark lines after, but I want to see spark lines for these 5. And what we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to spin that wheel. Remember that wheel we were spinning when we were doing our Mad Libs? We're going to spin that wheel, and whoever it lands on, I'm going to ask them to share one of their 5 spark lines. Okay, so make sure that you're getting this done today so you have those, so you'll have one to share when you get called on tomorrow. Okay, so when I set you free here in a few minutes, not yet, you're going to grab that writing notebook and you're going to write down these spark lines with 2 to 3 sentences, maybe a paragraph that would start a story. Again, you're not writing the whole story. You're just coming up with ideas that would start a story that starts with each of these 5 spark lines. And like I said, this is in your Otis lessons, the poster. So you'll be able to go and click on it just like I have here for you, and you'll be able to see it there to do your writing from. Corey, do you have a question?
Yeah, is everybody going to share?
Yep, everybody's going to share. Hazel, question?
Yeah, do we take a picture of the 5 things or do we just see them?
Nope, I'm not asking you to turn it in at all. Just you'll be sharing them out loud with me, so you got to make sure you have them done. Okay, Camden.
Tomorrow, right? Or
Camden, I see your hands up.
When we spin the wheel, can we pick which one we want to share, or is there a certain one we have to do?
You can pick which one you want to share. And I might have you guys turn a picture of this in later. So just make sure you get them all done now. I don't have a plan to do that, but if I'm thinking that maybe people didn't do all their work, then I might have them take a picture of it later to turn in. Oh my goodness, the hands are going up like crazy. Jackson.
Can we do our own spark lines or do we have to do yours?
So I saw your question there, so I made sure I answered it when I was giving my directions. You have to do my 5, but if you want to do your own after you do my 5, then you can do your own, but you have to do these 5.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Ashlyn.
So for this, so I was kind of thinking like I could say now it's time for like cake. Would that work?
Now it's time for what?
Cake?
Yeah, but I would want like another sentence or 2 about it, okay? And remember, you're really trying to hook the person with what you're saying. So I would add in like some sensory details too if you can.
Would we have to use your sparks for that as well to add on to that?
It would be just included in that one spark line.
Okay.
Okay. Jaslyn.
With the spark lines, can we use the spark line in the middle of our paragraph? Because I have something for now is the time for it, and it'll be.
Yeah, I guess it'd be okay if it wasn't the very first thing that you said. Yeah. Okay. Zach.
How much sentences or like how much paragraphs are we going to share?
You'll just share one. You'll choose your favorite one to share.
Okay. So the favorite paragraph?
Yeah, paragraph or a couple sentences. They might not be full paragraphs.
Okay.
Okay. Morgan.
I'm looking at Otis right now, and it's like there's like 6 things. Do we do all 6 or do we just do the one right now?
We are just doing borrow a spark line.
Okay.
Okay, we haven't done any of the others. So today it's just the borrow a spark line. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at our planners real quick while I still have you all here before you disappear on me. So in our planners, we have our 5 spark line starters. And I want you to put on there that they are 2+ sentences each. Okay, each one should be 2 or more sentences long. Okay, you have